It is one of the purest, largest alpine lakes on Earth, a place of almost sacred natural beauty. And just feet from its shore, you'll find one of the most famous casino strips in America. This is the beautiful, bizarre duality of Lake Tahoe. It's a place that shouldn't make sense. On one hand, you have this immense body of water, so clear you can see down 70 feet, cradled by the soaring peaks of the Sierra Nevada. On the other, just a stone's throw away, a dazzling strip of high-stakes casinos that never sleep, where fortunes are won and lost under the glow of neon. How can these two worlds exist side by side? How can a sanctuary for the soul also be a playground for high rollers? This isn't just a story about a beautiful lake. It's a story about a line drawn in the sand, a clash of values, and the very soul of the American West. Welcome to Lake Tahoe, the American Azure. To truly understand Tahoe, you have to start with the water. For millennia, this lake has been a sacred site for the Washoe people who considered it the center of their world. Looking at it today, it's easy to see why. The lake holds enough water to cover the entire state of California over a foot deep. Its depth is staggering, plunging to over 1,600 feet, making it the second deepest lake in the United States. But what truly captures the imagination is its color, that impossible, brilliant cobalt blue. It's not a trick of the light or something in the water. The blue is a result of its legendary purity. The water is 99.9% pure, cleaner than some commercially bottled waters. This extreme clarity allows sunlight to penetrate deep into the water, and as the light travels, the water absorbs every color of the spectrum except for blue, which is reflected back to our eyes. To stand on its shore on a still morning watching the sunrise paint the mountains in hues of pink and gold, or to glide across its glassy surface in a kayak, is to feel the humbling power of the natural world. From the iconic beauty of Emerald Bay with its tiny Finette Island, to the panoramic views from Inspiration Point, the lake's natural splendor is overwhelming. It's a quiet, powerful presence that commands respect and awe. But the story of Tahoe isn't just one of quiet contemplation. The 20th century saw this pristine wilderness transform into a world-famous playground. The first seeds of tourism were planted in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, with grand, opulent lodges like the Thunderbird Lodge, a magnificent estate built for a wealthy eccentric, hinting at the luxurious future to come. But the real game-changer was the 1960 Winter Olympics. Hosted at what was then Squaw Valley, now Palisades, Tahoe, the Games put Tahoe's legendary slopes and deep powder on the international map. Suddenly, the world knew that these mountains weren't just beautiful to look at, they were an adventurer's dream. Ski resorts like Heavenly and Palisades Tahoe sprang up, their lifts and gondolas carrying thousands of skiers and snowboarders to breathtaking vistas and thrilling runs. While California embraced the outdoor adventure, the Nevada side of the lake offered a different kind of thrill. Thanks to Nevada's legalized gambling, a line was drawn in the sand, quite literally at State Line, Nevada. On one side of the street, you're in California, surrounded by pine trees and state parks. Cross the road and you're in a world of flashing lights, ringing slot machines, and 24-hour entertainment. A vibrant, man-made spectacle was built right on the edge of a natural masterpiece. The wilderness and the wantonness had learned to coexist. But this duality comes at a cost. The very popularity that sustains the region threatens its fragile ecosystem. Every new development, every car, every visitor adds pressure to this delicate environment. The battle for Tahoe's soul is a constant one, a tug-of-war between development and preservation, between the economic engine of tourism and the ecological imperative to protect one of America's greatest natural treasures. For decades, the lake's famous clarity has been in decline. Runoff from roads and urban areas carries fine sediment and nutrients into the water, feeding algae growth that clouds the lake and robs it of its signature blue. Organizations like the UC Davis Tahoe Environmental Research Center and the League to Save Lake Tahoe are on the front lines, fighting to turn back the clock. They monitor the lake's health with incredible precision, working to understand the impacts of everything from climate change, which warms the lake and disrupts its natural cycles, to invasive species that threaten native populations. It's a complex and relentless fight. A park ranger might tell you about the constant struggle to balance public access with resource protection, while an environmental scientist could explain how rising temperatures are putting the entire ecosystem at risk. The contrast is stark. You can stand in a quiet snowy forest on the California side, listening to nothing but the wind and the pines. and see the glowing skyline of the Nevada casinos across the water, a constant reminder of the human footprint on this wild place. The fight for Tahoe's future is happening every single day in laboratories, in policy meetings, and in the choices made by every person who visits. So, what is the true nature of Lake Tahoe? Is it the sacred water of the Washoe or the high-stakes tables at Harrah's? Is it the silent powder day on the mountain or the roaring nightlife on the Strip? Perhaps its true identity lies in its ability to be all these things at once. It's a place of contradiction, a strange harmony between the natural and the artificial. You can watch the reflection of casino lights shimmer on the same lake surface that mirrors the stars. You can be a skier, gazing out from the mountaintop at that vast, silent blue, knowing that a completely different world of energy and chance awaits you at the bottom. Tahoe doesn't force you to choose. It simply presents its two faces, the sanctuary and the spectacle, the wilderness and the welcome. It holds up a mirror and asks you a simple question: which side of the line will you stand on? Which Tahoe is your Tahoe? Thanks for joining us on this journey to the American Azure. If you've ever been to Tahoe, let us know in the comments which side calls to you, the pristine wilderness or the vibrant casino life. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures.